Welcome back to The Local Show, a service of Geddes Federal Savings and Loan and Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts. The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in Central New York. The Local Show, locally produced by Zoe Advertising. Now, here are your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Back into it and back at it again. You have found The Local Show right here on 570 WSYR and 106.9 FM. It's Tom and Steve from Zoe Advertising talking to local business people, local events around town, organizers, and nonprofits and things like that, as well as people who make profit. Does Zoe make any profit?
Well, there were years we were not for profit, but not on purpose. We meet with small businesses. They're like, we're not for profit. Oh, you try not to make? No, we try to make money. We just don't make any. So that's where we help, right, Tom?
Right. We do help there. We dive right in.
And we'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We get under the skin.
No, it lets us survive and lets us do what we do.
So the Parade of Homes is in full swing, and I was up there looking at people who may want to buy those homes and people getting ideas for their own homes, and they want to put new stuff in there. And who can help them with that?
Let me think. Who would that be?
Who would that be,
How
Steve?
about the folks that believed in us on day one, Geddes Federal Savings, when we launched this thing called The Local Show? And they are there. They're still loaning money. People are borrowing off the equity in their home. And they're putting in the pool, Tom.
Yes.
They're putting rubber stone in the basement or the garage. They're doing things to upgrade the quality of their home. And some people decided they were going to buy a house for 3 or 4 years and then move. And they went, you know what? We're not going anywhere. So now they're making that house into a home.
Right.
And the one thing I just came across recently is people that are looking to do business with financial institutions like it when you answer the phone. Dial 1, dial 2, dial 3. Yeah. And they do that over at Geddes. You get a real person. You're not driving a menu. Have you ever been frustrated to the point of yelling at a menu system, Tom?
Well, every day.
Okay. You call someone, you're trying to get something. Let me just talk to someone. They do that at Geddes. So if you want to do that, or maybe you just want to park some money in a CD or a money market because the market's kind of creepy and weird, you can do that over at Geddes. You can talk to a real person. You can hand your money to a real person or borrow from a real person. GeddesFederalSavingsAndLoan.com, Tom.
There you go. All right, folks, right now it's our pleasure to talk with Scott Henry. I think we had Scott on, when was it, last year around this time? It could be.
First time was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
Was it a while ago? Yeah. Scott Henry is the president and race director of the Liverpool Turkey Trot, liverpoolturkeytrot.com if you want to look up more information and see the website, liverpoolturkeytrot.com. Scott, how are you today?
I'm fantastic. Great way to start with you two crazy guys here. Can't think of a better style.
So Tom, you know what I did earlier this week, Tom?
I don't know. You went out for a run.
No.
A stumble. You went out for a stumble.
He's on a boat.
They don't allow that. I had a turkey dinner. Mom, Nate was here this week, and my mom, 89-year-old, made Thanksgiving dinner, basically. Turkey, stuffing, all those things, and we had a great time, and it made me think about this with the Turkey Trot coming up. So people can still have Thanksgiving dinner and run it off in the morning. How's it work?
Exactly, right? That's the way you do, because we don't want you to miss Thanksgiving dinner. We just want to start your day with us and burn some calories before you feast, right?
Right.
So we start right off at 8:15 with the dog walk. Zoe would fit in really well with that.
Did you hear that, Zoe? Yeah, she wants out. Right. She's trying to make a break for it.
She's sporting that buff that we give our dog walk people. Great.
She wants out. I'm going to let her out.
Go ahead.
There she goes. All right.
Well, 8:15, and then we roll into a 9 o'clock kids run. We call it the Fast Feet Run. That just is really successful too. So the family then gets the kids going, and then we go to our main event, which is the 5K 5 mile, and that starts right. It's rolling.
All right.
We just get rolling from there.
Well, we'll give us a little history first before we dive right into that. Are you from Syracuse originally, Scott? Or?
Well, I'm originally an Oswego County boy.
Okay, well, that's
to
okay.
Liverpool, and then with a little bit in Buffalo, and then back to Liverpool again.
Do you still have your double wide up there? Or?
Yeah, I knew I was going the way.
Tom, he did say
I'm just
he
kidding.
did say Oswego.
Yeah.
Oswego. I heard Oswego. Now say Fulton for us.
You always know where you come from, and you never leave where you come from.
Go ahead. Pronounce
right?
the word Fulton. What is what?
Oh, it's Fulton, the city of the future.
There's no T. Perfect. Okay, you've passed the test.
Well, now we've offended at least half of our audience.
I'm sorry,
Well,
audience.
I did. Okay. So, what do you do for a living when you're not running?
Well, I work for City BOCES too, and I love the skills trades. I'm a big skill trade. My father was a skills trade guy, and our
Really?
family was. So one other thing we do with this race too is we give skills trade scholarships. Not everyone needs to go to college.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Right? Not everyone needs to go to college.
Well, what kind
to
of a
make
skill
money.
trade? Tell me what do you mean?
Welding, manufacturing. It could be cosmetology. It could be coding. It could be heavy
Interesting.
equipment. And we have a great program at City BOCES that certifies kids basically through high school. What a better way to get an education. It's tied to our race. Our presenting sponsor is Cryomech. Cryomech loves that. One of the part of our relationship with them is we tie into a skills trade scholarship.
What do they do? What is Cryomech, right?
Cryomech is
what do they do?
Our presenting sponsor. They're a global company that does really well on cryo coolers, really high end, super.
Oh, yeah.
Cold.
So cryo, like if I wanted to freeze myself for science fiction. Yes. Okay. for later on. Gotcha.
They'll find your body later. They go, do we want to wake him up? Not him. Let's move on.
Hey,
not that guy.
Their business is in a great place. It's cold around here. That's right?
Sure. I actually took the BOCES program when I was in high school. I took technical electronics in 11th and 12th grade.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's how I got into electronics. Loved it.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's how I learned how to build amplifiers and little mixers.
I knew you were into it, but I didn't know that you got the skills from. That's awesome.
I'll tell you a quick story. I built a strobe light, because strobe lights were big back in the 80s, right?
Sure.
The early 80s. So I used a capacitor, and I did something wrong and shunted too much power to the capacitor, and it blew up like a bomb inside. At school. Yeah. There was paper and pieces everywhere, and everybody was just shocked. We all just stood there for
so something I would do. Wow.
So I learned, but I did learn a lot, and it's a great program.
The John Travolta years got to you,
yes,
so you had to do a strobe light, right?
The disco years, yeah. So now back to the turkey trot.
Yes.
So this, what led you to develop this turkey trot?
Well, myself, Joe Teleska, Scott Bordeaux, and a guy, Irish Tim Carroll, Brandon Janello, Dan Johnson, Jeff Klein.
Wow, a lot of people.
We have a great group, and Tom Stapleton. We were sitting around, we got done with one event, and we just said, I think we can do better, that people commune around simple things. People commune around food and adult beverages in the morning, right?
I'll agree with you there.
So we said we could do better, and next thing you know, the bartender that I was in a pub after everything, she goes, if you do it, I'm in. And next thing you know, Whitewater Pub, it was a sweet owner of that place, Mary Kay Manns, said she was in. We started that day. They said, you probably won't get 75 people. Today we're at 1,400. So
isn't that something?
Whoever said we wouldn't get 75 people today,
incredible.
smile.
Wow. So if people want to run, they want to walk, they want to skip,
they want to take their
roll,
dog,
they want to take their dog, they register at LiverpoolTurkeyTrot.com.
Pretty simple.
And
LiverpoolTurkeyTrot.com.
And the money goes to some great causes.
Great causes, right up what you guys believe in too. I did talk about the skills trade scholarships. Also, you got the food bank, right? And they really really connect to this community. When I say Liverpool Turkey Trot in name, we're at Central New York's Turkey Trot. Let me stress that, Central New York's Turkey Trot.
Right.
Because of where the money goes. If you follow our money, the food bank stretches from a wide county. Right?
Oh, sure.
She was on the show
We
last
just
week.
had Lynn High on. Yeah,
How can you not
absolutely.
like her? Her energy
She's
is
wonderful.
great.
Yeah.
And she partners with us great, and we stretch from multiple counties. When you walk out of your house, you're going to be connected to one of our charities, which is great. And then you go right in the Clear Path for Veterans.
Oh, right.
We give quite a bit to them too. And then ACR Health, the Q Center, we give to them. David's Rescue.
Good God.
What do you do with people like Tom that can barely walk up the stairs? How do they get involved?
Well, how do they get involved? He's going to come down and have a beer or a coffee with us and Dunkin' Donuts, and then maybe he'll register for the dog walk.
There we go.
If he walks his dog, he could borrow a dog. We'll rent you.
No,
one.
he's got a dog. He'll have to drag it. He'll put it in a wagon because his dog's so lazy. But
Yes, I'd like to do a wagon run.
That dog walks at 8:15. You're going to be up at 8. The kids run at 8:15. The dog walks 9:15. Kids run at 8:15, 9:15. I'll let you enter the kids run too. If you need.
Once
Let's
again,
do the dog walk.
we don't. Yeah, we should. We should do the dog walk, right? So once again, let's just reiterate, when can you sign up? Can you
Right
sign up now? Okay.
You can sign up.
Get on the website.
Get on that website, sign up right now. I tell you, our numbers are higher than any other year right now.
Excellent.
In the industry, the race industry is different, and you guys are talking about events. The events in running races, we're not back at 100% yet.
Okay. Well, we'll get there. That's for sure. When you're on this show,
you are.
You're
over
okay,
our
good.
numbers.
Yeah. Good. All right. Well, LiverpoolTurkeyTrot.com. Get on it, sign up today, and get ready to run. Scott Henry right there, president and race director of the Liverpool Turkey Trot. You do a great job, and so does your team. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for helping us promote this. LiverpoolTurkeyTrot.com.
You
Central
got
New
it.
York's premier turkey trot.
There he goes, promoting all the way. Rob Kassler's up next. He's the owner of Charney's Menswear and Tuxedos, and I'll tell you about the shirt I just bought there.
There we go.
Coming up on the local show on 570 WSYR.